Taking the Guatemalan territorial claim of Belize to the International Court of Justice continues to be met with mixed reviews on either side of the border. While political leaders from both countries have been pushing for a final resolution at The Hague, many question the viability of that route. But whether that process will be taken will be determined by a referenda held in Belize and Guatemala. The latter is set for Sunday, April 15th. Guatemala is investing $40 million to carry out its referendum, and in a recent visit to Petén, President Jimmy Morales encouraged residents from border communities to exercise their right to vote.
Aclaro.
I will be clear. We do not have any problems with Belize. We have excellent relations with our neighbor Belize. You have heard the foreign minister say that currently we have 13 treaties. We have excellent relations. We are not fighting with Belize. What we have is a claim for a territorial referendum. There are no borders between Belize and Guatemala, like the way we have with El Salvador, Honduras, and Mexico. What we have with Belize is an adjacency zone without any definite limits. We need to consult all of this at the International Court of Justice, and on April 15, we need Guatemala to take that step forward.
But Guatemalans say they are confused since a recently published article in Prensa Libre and a map circulating on social media indicate that their government is claiming more than half of Belize. This contradicts the concept of seeking a defined border line between both independent countries.
Hay que hacer la decisión para ver el futuro de ambos países, para reconocer la línea territorial de Belice y Guatemala.
Pero están diciendo tu presidente que Guatemala quiere más de medio de Belice.
Belice es Belice y es independiente.
Y por eso usted va a votar sí, para llevar
No le podría decir, no he tomado una decisión. Estoy confundido.
At the western border, commerce and trade between both countries is clearly visible. Aside from the busloads of Guatemalan students and laborers entering Belize, as well as the traffic to and from the commercial-free zone, there are many, including vendors and tour guides, who say that their bread and butter is at risk. Interestingly, their minds are made up. They will not vote in the referendum in an attempt to keep the status quo intact.
I'm a tour guide here in Guatemala. That's what I do. I get tours to Tikal. I have a belief that I'm not going to vote because that's not going to help me. That's only going to help that I have nothing to do. That's not going to help us here. It doesn't benefit me, for sure. Because it's not only, as far as I know, it's not only because only to say the imaginary line, to define the line. It's not only that. I guess Guatemala, he wants a piece of water, and I know, as far as we know, that only that's only going to benefit the big guys in Guatemala. So that doesn't going to benefit me here in Melchor, because I'm from Melchor.
Relaciones de ambos países sería muy bueno que Belice y Guatemala estuvieran enlazados de la mano para hacer crecer ambos países, tanto Melchor de Mencos, que es hermano país de Belice, y Belice de Melchor.
The village of Arenal has a unique property. Half of the village is in Belizean territory and the other half is in Guatemala. There are approximately 1,000 Guatemaltecos living on this side of the border. While they have been consulted on the referendum set for Sunday, they are not sure that they want to take this territorial claim to the ICJ. The village is cut off from the rest of Guatemala by the Mopan River, causing the residents to live very humble lives. Access to basic commodities and work from their country is almost non-existent. In fact, they remain undocumented when they unknowingly cross into Belizean territory. Feeling abandoned, village committee rep Atilio Lopez says most residents will not partake in the referendum.
Pues unos dicen que van a ir, pero no van a votar.
No van a votar. ¿Por qué no?
Porque no les conviene.
¿Me puedes explicar eso?
Si no les conviene porque nosotros aquí tenemos beneficios de Belice y ya en esos asuntos hay que haya más problemas con las comunidades.
Essentially, going to the ICJ is different for everybody. In the case of Mario Rene Galdames of Flores Petén, he recently purchased a house in Belize. His daughter is Belizean, and they enjoy the benefits of both countries.
Yo no estoy de acuerdo, y te voy a decir por qué. Guatemala no tiene ahorita ni capacidad para gobernar su país, mucho menos va a tener capacidad para gobernar otro pedazo más de territorio. Entonces, por esa razón no estoy de acuerdo. A mí me gusta Belice, tengo mi hija beliceña y me gusta su gobierno como gobierna. Por esa razón yo no estoy de acuerdo. Ellos se deberían de enfocar mejor en su país y dejar de estar molestando al territorio beliceño.
Duane Moody for News 5.